this, folks. 150cc mini Jeep engine. Alright everybody, today's the day. We're going to install the new 150cc engine that we got shipped from Australia into the Coolster Series 2 Willys mini Jeep. First we're going to start off, we're going to need to take off the carburetor and the gas tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off these two bolts to the elbow and just take and move this out of the way. Then I'm going to take and pull two bolts here, and then we're going to pull the gas tank up out of the way, try to unbolt this engine, unhook the electrical, and then pull it up out of this little slot. Stand by. What we're going to do is just take these two bolts out. They're 10mm. Alright, so just take those two 10mm bolts out. Make sure you grab that spacer that just fell down there. Just going to take this and set it off to the side. So obviously unpull the spark plug wire, go into it. Just set that out of the way. Alright, there's the second bolt. Use an 8mm on that. Pull that up and out of the way. Okay, so to take out the gas tank, you're going to need a 10mm on this side and a 1/2" wrench because there's a nut on the other side. 2, 3, 4. Just slide that out of the way. That's the new racing CDI. Let that hang. Easier if you reach around from the back side here, underneath in your front wheel well. Alright, so next you just, after I took the 4 bolts out, I'm just going to position this and pull it up like this, and I'm just going to move it out of the way because there's no need to drain it if I can just set it to the side. Let's take a peek. Alright, there's the old 125cc engine. We're just going to disconnect this small line. It's just actually like an overflow type of line, like so. Go ahead and set that to the side. Alright, so one of the next things you need to do is remove this cover. This is covering your chain. You can do that with a 5/16. Got one bolt on top, and you'll have one bolt a little bit farther down here on the bottom. And you remove that cover right off it and set it to the side. Alright, so then next you got 2 bolts, 10mm right here on this sprocket. Just going to pull those off so we can just slide it out. Two. Take and slide this out. Set that to the side. 10mm to get that two exhaust nuts off. Alright, so next I'm going to take these 2 wiring harnesses off. Clip on the zip ties off. You just have to push on this. Pops right out just like that. It's like a 5-pin connector. And And then trace this one right up to here. And they're distinctly different sizes, so they're pretty easy to see. Pop that one out. I'll pull that one down so I remember that's exactly where it goes. So, all right, we got the power disconnected from the battery, 5/16. 5/16, go ahead and pull that first wire off. That's your negative. There we go. Move on to the underside and get this engine unbolted. So go ahead and go right underneath your Jeep. You'll have this cross member right here. You'll see 4 Allen head bolts. You're going to need to get an Allen wrench. You get a hammer too if you need to hit the Allen wrench to get those loose. You're going to loosen up all 4 of these bolts to take them off. Pull off this chain. So take the chain off. You need a 9/16 on the nut on the back on this side, and then a 13mm. All right, this way. Pull that bolt out. There you go. Now we can pull the chain off. I'll sit like that. Have to drop it down there a little bit. One last bolt you need to pull out. It's going to be the engine mount right here. Got a nut right there? Yeah. You're ready to pull this motor out. Got a 12mm and a 10mm, it looks like, roughly. There you go, pull that one out. Alright, one of the last things we need to take off is this linkage. I'm going to pull it off probably right here. Alright everybody, ready to see this 125 get pulled out? 150cc going in. There we go. Now we're just going to lift it out. Gonna get this 150cc engine.